My dream had come true. I got to dress up in the actual suit, not just look at it, not just take pictures of it, but actually dress up in the suit.
Mabuki, Kili Kalia Kuka, Wantata Mulira, Wonkichisa Crispa Grido, Chikorpa Nagrin, Namito Tobanki Dango, La Choda,
Jabba, you're a wonderful human being.
Baska.
Boba Fett is a character that captured generations of fans with only minutes of screen time. He was a bounty hunter who had the guts to get in Vader's face and demand that Han Solo be given to him alive. This showed us that he was fearless and supremely confident in his abilities, and I think it inspired the fans that he showed such traits. Later we find out that he is the legacy of bounty hunter Jango Fett, and this brought a whole new generation of Boba Fett fans who grew up with the prequels rather than the original trilogy. Boba Fett is a classic character whose influence will be remembered pretty much forever. He walked so that other characters could run, because every Mandalorian and bounty hunter character that has appeared in Star Wars owes their existence to Boba Fett. He's been in fans' minds for years and single-handedly created a gritty niche in the Star Wars galaxy. He's mysterious, fearless, and just flat out cool in every way.
So back in 1994, I started work on Casper at ILM. And there were rumors floating around ILM about them starting perhaps the next Star Wars push the following year, 1995. But they were just rumors. I'd heard rumors about them starting working on Star Wars again for years, and none of those had come true. I'm working on Casper, and everybody on Casper and everybody at ILM knew that I was a huge Boba Fett fan. My desk was a shrine to Boba Fett. I had like models, I had drawings I'd done. I took with me only 2 items along with clothes when I came to the States, and they were a Jawa action figure and Boba Fett action figure, which was my most treasured action figure when I was a kid. So I came over and was working on Casper, heard these rumors, and luckily for me, I got to visit the archives and got to meet Don Bees. And Don, when I met him, realized just how big a Boba Fett fan I was. So when the opportunity came up for someone to dress as Boba Fett for a function at Skywalker Ranch, he called me and asked me if I would be interested in doing it. Of course, that was a dream come true. He said, don't get your hopes up, because if you don't fit the costume, then you won't be able to do it. So I had to go along one lunchtime to the archives and try on the costume, and luckily it fit. It was like the Cinderella slipper moment for me. Pulling up that zipper of that flight suit that everything attached to was like the crowning moment for me. So my dream had come true. I got to dress up in the actual suit, not just look at it, not just take pictures of it, but actually dress up in the suit and wear it for 4 hours at this function at Skywalker Ranch. The function was so successful, they asked all the participants if they would be interested in doing a second function. Would I be interested in jumping in the suit a second time? Of course, no question. Having done it twice, luckily for me, when very soon they needed somebody for a blue screen shoot, I just happened to be on hand They knew I fit the suit because I'd already tried it. I'd already been wearing it for 8 hours, practicing to be Boba Fett. They needed someone to pretend to be Boba Fett. Here's a guy who'd been pretending to be Boba Fett for 8 hours, 2 lots of 4 hours for these functions. So the cameraman actually advised that I email the producer and suggest or inform him that I fit the suit. And that's what he did. So that's how I consider myself, back in 1994, as one of the biggest Boba Fett fans there you could find. And what were the chances that I was going to end up not just in the suit but in the movie that got me addicted in the first place? The movie that didn't have Boba Fett in, the original trilogy movie that didn't have Boba Fett in, I should say. So that's how I managed to get the part. When you ask what it was like to wear the suit, if I was an actor wearing the suit, I'd have a complete different story. But being a huge Boba Fett fan wearing the suit, it was surreal. It was so surreal, and it was such an opportunity. I was worried I would mess up. I was so concerned that I was going to mess up. I listened to all my direction and tried my hardest. And on the second shoot, which was in the afternoon, they asked if I would, stop and scan the entire Docking Bay 94 without obviously moving my feet. I have to pivot from my waist. And when I look across, I'm looking as far as I can this way, but the T-visor lines up straight to camera. I'm unaware of this because I'm in the suit. But that was the take. It was take number 11 that George Lucas liked the best and picked for the movie, and the rest is history.